We're Texas CASA, and we're exploring issues in the foster care system that need fixing and proposing solutions. This is The Fix.
I'm Candice Dosman. I'm the Director of Advocacy Initiatives here at Texas CASA, and that means I oversee the development and implementation of various advocacy approaches for CASA volunteers and programs when they're working with children and families. Currently, I'm overseeing the development and implementation of Collaborative Family Engagement, or CFE, as well as CASA Acts, which is anti-child trafficking work. Collaborative Family Engagement, the idea came from prior work that the department and Texas CASA network had done called Diligent Recruitment, which was a federal grant that really looked at building connections for youth as they were aging out of the foster care system. And with the acknowledgement that that work was important and it worked, but there was so much more to do, and that all children needed to be connected and worked with in this way. So Texas CASA and the department approached Kevin Campbell, who's the founder and model author of Family Finding, which is a nationwide approach used actually across the world to find and engage families. Ultimately, CFE set out to fix kind of the unintended consequence that happens when kids are removed from their homes and come into foster care, which is they're disconnected from their communities, cultures, and family. So we started in 3 CASA programs that I believe had been involved in the Diligent Recruitment Grant and had expressed interest in wanting to be a part of this new initiative. And they all had really strong relationships with their CPS partners already. So we were able to start there and figure out, what did that good collaboration look like that we could bring forward to the other areas as we were able to implement more. CFE we've really designed it as a 4 or 5 year coaching approach. So from Texas CASA, we offer support to the network over multiple years. So it's not just a one-time training everybody gets and then we're doing it. We're really looking at embedding this into all case practice and all CASA advocacy. So over a 4-year kind of plan, the CFE team here at Texas CASA supports the local programs and their child protective partners to really engage and find the family and work together to do that. Texas CASA was involved with a 6-year evaluation by the University of Texas at Austin. We were involved in that longitudinal study, really looking at the impact of CFE and kind of the growth of CFE. So we tracked a lot of numbers and measurements and data that way and saw what the positive outcomes were. And since that evaluation has ended, we've continued to get data from programs on a quarterly basis around how many children and families they're working with in this approach. My goal, and I think our state's goal, is that all children CASA is appointed to will be worked with in this way. They will get the tools, will work to build connections for them. I think the impact of collaborative family engagement is hard to measure sometimes because connection is subjective and it's not necessarily a number or a checkbox that we can do, right? These are people's lives and their relationships that we're trying to improve. And so we worked really hard across the state to just help CASA advocate for the child's best interest, means to advocate for the whole child. And that means in the context of their family, their parents, their community, their culture, and their identity. And so Texas CASA, the CFE team, all of the programs, CPS, those are the things we're trying to measure and look at. It's somebody's story and their identity truly coming to life and saying, I know who my people are, I know who I belong to, and that they have those people around them through their journey in the foster care system and then after. CFE's successes are happening all the time. We've reunified children with parents who lived in Mexico, and that reunification happened at the border with many, many stakeholders and partners trying to make that happen. Now that we've expanded everywhere and we're in all of the programs, my main goal is doing this with all children and families. So not just every program, but all of the children and families that we're working with. Where I'm hoping my team and I will get to over the next couple of years is truly embedding this, that this just becomes the way we approach our advocacy and it's not seen as something separate or outside of our CASA advocacy.